One Piece is a series where many different characters are put up against each other in a test to see which agenda comes out on top. Some of these fights are inevitable and only a matter of time before we see said characters go at it. Today, I am going to be discussing why the Fleet Admiral will face off against the leader of the Revolutionary Army. What's up guys, my name is Verdix and today we're discussing why Akainu vs Dragon is bound to happen. If you guys like videos like these, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I put out quality content like this weekly, you won't want to miss. But first, do you guys ever go through your wardrobe and realize, damn, I really got no drip? Well, I got you guys with Anime Express. They have tons of amazing hoodies, shirts, pants, and shorts from your favorite series. But that's not it. They have some of the sickest chains and rings in the game to go along with their fit. Personally me, I love this Bleach Gremjow hoodie they got. The quality is amazing and way more than just a print on picture a lot of these other companies like to put out. On top of this, they have very comfortable prices, so you don't have to spend an unnecessary amount, and if you use code VERDIX10 at checkout, you will get 10% off your order. Link will be in the description. Anime Express, ladies and gentlemen, some of the best quality and prices in the game. So, what makes me believe these two warriors are inevitable to fight? Well, they have some strange history together that will only be fleshed out more and more as time goes on. Some people might question this, but to me, there is an obvious history between both Akainu and Dragon, as during chapter 1066, we flash back to Dragon having a conversation with Dr. Vegapunk. During this flashback, we find out Dragon was once a Marine and left sometime around the Ohara incident due to not believing in the Navy's way of justice. While this is happening, we also learn that he was acquitted with Clover. The reason I bring him up is because during Ohara, Akainu would blow up a ship of escaping Oharians because of, as he says, evil needs to be rooted out. They can't take any chances. But I believe it goes way deeper than that. I believe that after Dragon left the Marines, this hurt Akainu, and due to that pain, he took his anger out on them to get back at Dragon. It is also likely they joined the Marines around the same time, since they are both the same age, 55, and on top of this, they have two of the highest sense of justice in the entire world. It is likely they were even friends with one another. We have seen characters like Shanks and Buggy go from friends to rivals, so I could definitely see this happening here, but with a way more serious tone to it. As Doflamingo points out during his justice speech, is people's experience with life gives them different perspectives than some others, and with this, it is likely that Akainu only saw the evils of piracy, while Dragon only saw the evils of the world government. Another thing that really makes me believe they were once boys is that Akainu refers to Luffy as Dragon's son all the time. In fact, he doesn't even call Ace, Roger, or Whitebeard's son, but he calls Luffy Dragon's son. This strikes me a bit odd, as Akainu hates pirates more than anything, and with someone who has relations to two of the most influential pirates of all time, you would expect him to refer to Ace as Roger or Whitebeard's son like he does with Luffy, but no, he doesn't do any of that. This makes me believe that Akainu is angry at Dragon due to his departure and goes into why I think he actually killed the Oharians. However, there is another weird connection Akainu has with the Revolutionary Army. I feel personally as he doesn't view them the same way he does pirates. In fact, he might see them as some form of justice like he does himself in the Marines. The reason I say this is because he not only let Kuma escape and question where someone in his condition could be off to, but he also lets Bonnie escape. And yes, she isn't a Rev, but she sure does have connections, and being a pirate who is tied up in front of him, how the hell did Bonnie escape? The answer is Akainu freed her. If this is anyone else, Akainu is probably just killing them right then and there, yet he let Bonnie escape as well, most likely knowing about her life, and because of his respect to justice, he let her go, just as he did with Kuma. It's funny when people claim Akainu to not have any character and be way bland, but these moments go so underlooked by those guys who say that exact things, and especially combined with all the Dragon connections, his character is really fleshed out amongst this relationship. There needs to be a reason for Akainu and Dragon to fight, And if Dragon's confirmed power is wind or some sort of storm power, which most likely will be the case, their devil fruits would match up very well against each other, as does their titles. The leader of the Navy against the leader of the Revolutionary Army going at it makes all too much sense. Now, a little headcanon idea I have is Dragon also taught Akainu his Dragon Fist style, as if you look on Akainu's fist during his attacks on Whitebeard, they are oddly similar to the Dragon Fist Sabo was taught by Dragon himself. But like I said, this is my own headcanon, just wanted to put that out there. A trope that might actually be occurring is the Monkey D family facing off against the OG 3 admirals. We saw Luffy fight Kizaru, Garp fight Kuzan. It would follow in line if Dragon fought Akainu. In fact, during his fight with Garp, Kuzan says to him, "You have a habit of racing enemies," which is directly referencing both Luffy and Dragon himself. A lot of people want Sabo to fight Akainu, which me personally I despise and highly doubt will actually happen. I talk a lot more in depth about this on my Sabo video if you are interested, but yeah, Akainu will fight Dragon and maybe even Luffy as well. We know that at some point Dragon is going to have to make a move. With this, he has a very high chance of running into Akainu if he is going to invade Mary Joie. This fight would wreak havoc across the battlefield, and considering where the battle will take place, them going all out against each other can replicate a Punk Hazard level feat, only on Mary Joie instead. This goes into another idea I have, that Dragon vs Akainu will be a major breaking point on the breakup between the Navy and the world government. I won't go too deep into this, but Akainu has never really liked the Celestials. He directly disagrees with the Gorosei and argues with them. The Celestial Dragons themselves clearly piss Akainu off when they yell at him because they couldn't have lobster the night before. This fight is where Akainu probably just says fuck it and goes all out, not caring which Celestial Dragon dies in the process. It also could be a turning point for Akainu where he might just turn his back for good and let the Revs infiltrate Mary Joie. The way Akainu and Dragon match up against each other when laid out makes it that anyone with a brain would know this fight has to and will happen. We have the leader of the Navy against the leader of the Revolutionary Army. A furious justice fueled by magma against a righteous justice carried by a storm. Both are the same age and come from the Marines. They even strike their opponents in similar fashion. I mean, Akainu didn't even let his Navy soldiers who turned their back on battle live, but he let a Revolutionary Army member and a pirate with revolutionary connections live. Yeah, there is most surely a connection, and with this, it points to them needing to duke it out against each other at the end of this series. Well, that's it for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you did. Remember to use code VERDICTS10 during checkout at Anime Express for 10% off amazing streetwear. Shout out to Tiberius for the thumbnail. He makes quality work, and if you want some of your own, hit him up. His links will be in the description. Check out my Twitter at verdicts_ for more of my takes. Make sure to leave a like and comment any video idea you have in the future. And without further ado, you guys can get out of here.